Hey guys, what is going on, man? It is all things Mets. This is where you get your latest Mets media, everything you know about the Mets on this channel. Definitely do me a favor, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Man, guys, coming late on the stream, had to fix a couple of things, but feeling good, feeling groovy. Yeah, man. I'm gonna let everybody come in and stuff, let everybody do their thing. But yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm excited for the stream. I'm excited to talk some baseball. I'm excited to talk some Mets baseball. So definitely, guys, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream if you're new. Yeah, man, definitely. Hey, welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome to the stream if you're new, guys. I'm gonna let you guys get in here real quick, but yeah, man. Today's spring training game today. Not a lot of action today. Not a lot of action today, but we got some positives. We got some stuff to talk about. Definitely a lot of topics to talk about. We got a lot to talk about. Let me know how you guys are feeling. But yeah, man. Let's go Mets, baby. What's going on, Darren? What is going on? How are you doing, man? How you doing today, man? Darren says LFGM, let's go Mets, baby. You know the vibes. You know the vibes. LFGM. How are we feeling, guys? How are we feeling about spring training so far? I'm gonna get into a couple of topics later, but I just want to know how you guys are feeling right now. I know today's game wasn't so exciting. 0-0 score. Jose Budo pitched pretty good. He did his thing. What's going on, Stony? What's going on? Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Stony. Nice to see you, Darren. How are you guys feeling about Mets baseball right now? Are we excited? Are we excited about Mets baseball right now? Because I'm definitely excited. I'm excited for what's going on. I'm excited for what's to happen. What's to come when it comes to these young guys, when it comes to Francisco Alvarez, when it comes to a Brett Baty. This is a very, very important season for Brett Baty. But yeah, man, let's get excited, baby. Let's get excited. Let's do our thing, man. Let's get excited. But how is everybody feeling? Stoney said he's very, very excited. That's what I'm talking about, Stoney. That is what I'm talking about. We got Darren in the building. Yeah, I'm excited too, man. I'm very, very excited to talk some Mets baseball. Very, very excited to talk some Mets baseball. So I'm going to start off, just with spring training. The game so far today, 0-0 score. Not a lot really to talk about. But when it comes to other guys to talk about, we're going to get into individual guys for sure. Pitching, the starting rotation, all of that. So Darren said pitching. He's saying the pitching looks great, guys. Great hitting, not hitting as much. The hitting is not as much. We know last year we saw what happened. The pitching was good, then the hitting wasn't good. Then the hitting was good, then the bullpen wasn't good. There was a lot of guys, a lot of things had to come together, and it just didn't come together at all for the Mets season in 2023. So Vientos is very, very important. Stoney is saying very, very important, Stoney. Listen, I'm going to tell you this. I'm not the biggest fan of Mark Vientos in the world, but I'm going to tell you he hasn't got a consistent chance in the major league roster. So if this is his chance, if David Stearns wants to really stay with this guy, then go ahead. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm going to talk later on about, JD Martinez, Mark Vientos, the DH situation. But let's get into today's, first topic. And that is going to be definitely, let me see here. Yeah, man, let's get into today's first topic. And that is going to be Tylor Megill. How are we feeling about Tylor Megill, guys? How are we feeling about Tylor Megill? Because I think Tylor Megill has been very, very impressive, guys. Very, very impressive. Tylor Megill has been very, very impressive. Pitching lights out. This guy is just showing a different side of what we didn't, haven't seen from Tylor Megill in some time. Stoney said, I hate to say this, brother, but our DH position sucks. Yeah, man. I'm going to tell you this. You're right about that, man. But let's get into today's topic, and that is going to be Tylor Megill. How are you feeling? How are you guys feeling about Tylor Megill right now? How is the feeling about Tylor Megill? Would you want this guy to be in the starting rotation? Do you think that he is going to be in the starting rotation when it comes to the Mets in 2024? Definitely. I like how Tylor Megill has looked so far. He's been doing his thing. He's looked pretty good. I think Tylor Megill definitely, got a new cutter, a new pitch, and it's really helped him so far. Now, it is what it is. It is spring training, guys. So we can't say everything is great in spring training. But Tylor Megill, guys, he's pitched 12 innings so far in spring training, 7 hits. only allowed 2 runs, baby. Only allowed 2 runs. Only 2 walks. That's what I really like about Tylor Megill so far. He has not been walking a lot of guys. And when it comes to control, when it comes to that situation, you want guys like Tylor Megill to have that control. You want Tylor Megill to be successful. And let me see what Stoney is saying here. Stoney is saying, very confident with Tylor Megill so far. I like him to be a starter. Okay, so you feel good about Tylor Megill. You feel good about the situation with him. I think Megill, he looks good in spring training. It is spring training. But the 1.50 ERA, I like it, guys. I'm not going to say I don't like it. I really do like it. I think that when it comes to Tylor Megill, he is going to be very, very, very important to the rotation, man. Let me see what Darren is saying here. Darren is saying Megill looks good and has cut down on his walks. Yes. And I feel like that is what's key when it comes to, a guy like Tylor Megill, because we've seen Tylor Megill recently. We saw him last year, at the end of the season, he looked pretty good, but he's looking better now. And spring training, it is spring training, guys. So we can't just say, oh, he's going to be so great in the regular season. But I'm going to tell you this. I really think that he can take the next step to be at least the number 2 starter or number 3 starter on this team. Now, obviously, we know the rotation is going to be Quintana, is going to be Severino, is going to be, Sean Manaea. You got Tylor Megill in the rotation. We don't know exactly. We got Adrian Hauser too, but they can go a lot of different ways when it comes to the rotation, guys. They cannot have Tylor Megill in the rotation if they want. They could put him in AAA, but I think so far he's deserved a spot when it comes to the rotation. But also there's also guys like Jose Butto. There's also guys, different guys out there that have performed and have looked pretty good. They've looked pretty good, and that is important. Let me see what I like. Stoney is saying, I like how he's made some new pitches. Yes, he has a new cutter, and that's what I really like about Tylor Megill so far. He's really doing his thing. He looks good. Stoney is saying, when does David Peterson come back? David Peterson is probably coming back mid-May, late June. That's probably what it's good. It's going to be around that area. Like after the All-Star break, that's when they're going to get back David Peterson. Obviously, we know he had the surgery. I'm going to tell you something. David Peterson, obviously pitching is very, very important. We need pitching. But when it comes to Tylor Megill, this is going to be a big-time year for Tylor Megill. Probably the most important year when it comes to his Mets career. Because if he doesn't have a good, showing when it comes to the Mets, I think they're going to go a different way, and they're probably going to trade him, or they're going to go, or they're going to, I don't know exactly when I think we have a few years of control when it comes to Tylor Megill, but this guy has to perform. This guy has to do his job, man. I really think that Tylor Megill, that cutter, is very, very, very important. Now let's get into definitely over here. We got Severino, baby. Luis Severino. He's looking in top form, guys. Luis Severino has looked really, really good. Obviously, we saw, yesterday he had a showing against the Astros. Really good showing. He allowed 1 first-inning home run, and he settled down. His slider looked good. His fastball looked good. His fastball is 97, 98 right now. What do we think about Sevy right now? How are you feeling about Severino? How are you guys feeling about Luis Severino right now? Because I'm going to tell you this. I like what I see from him. Stoney is saying over here that Sevy is a beast, baby. Sevy is a beast. Okay, I like it. Yeah, man. We got Severino, guys. So you guys really do like Severino. That's good, man. So Severino, guys, so far looked pretty good in spring training. Obviously, this is spring training, right? This is spring training, so we can't take a lot from spring training. But the way he's delivering the ball, the way he's, going against these guys, what's going on, Alex? Alex, how you doing? Alex, yo, big year for Sevy, baby. Yes, big year for Sevy, baby. I'm gonna tell you this. Severino is very, very important to the rotation, in my opinion. I think this guy has to be, especially with the absence of Kodai Senga, this guy has to be a big time starter when it comes to the Mets. What do we think about Sevy, guys? How are you guys feeling? What's going on, Yuki? What is going on? Yuki, yo, Randy, how can we go into this season with the same batters from last year? That is a beautiful question, Yuki. Welcome to the stream. Let's get into it. Guys, we got the situation with the DH. What are we going to do with that situation? I'm going to get down to that later on. But when it comes to the same batters from last year, I love Lindor. I do not love McNeil, but when it comes to the hitting, Francisco Alvarez, I'm excited to see him for a full season. We got guys, Pete Alonso. You got him. Literally his last year as a Met until free agency. So that is something that's a positive when it comes to the Mets, guys. That is a positive. So we got Pete Alonso. We got Francisco Lindor. We got Francisco Alvarez. There's a lot of positives when it comes to this lineup. Obviously, we know the DH situation is going to be something that has to be taken care of. But we're going to get to that later on down the road. Big year for Sevy, baby. Sevy is overpaid. We will trade him for deadline. We will trade him in the deadline for prospects. Okay, so you're not the biggest fan of Sevy right now. Even though he's looked pretty good, he's looked pretty good so far in spring training. Obviously, it's spring training, so it's all good. But guys, let's get into basically, you guys want to talk about it. We're going to talk about it, baby. We're going to talk about it. Should the Mets sign JD Martinez or should they stick with Mark Vientos, baby? How are we feeling about that? How are we feeling? Because I'm going to tell you this, Stoney's saying we need JD Martinez. I think JD Martinez is definitely someone that you should have, obviously with this lineup. JD Martinez, if you have an option to get this guy, definitely go get him. Go get him. We got him. Alex is saying, nope, he's motivated, baby. All right. So definitely, guys, let's get into the DH discussion. How are we feeling about the DH, guys? Who should be the DH for the New York Mets? Are you a Vientos guy or are you a JD Martinez guy? Because I'm going to tell you this, me personally, I would sign JD Martinez. I think JD Martinez is a guy that is very, very important to this lineup, guys. Definitely do me a favor, guys, on the stream. Leave a like on the stream. The more you leave a like, you get the content to the other guys out and you get to more people. Obviously, we want more people on the stream. We want more opinions. We want more reactions. So, guys, Alex is saying JD Martinez could be big, bro. Mark, yes, he need next year. Yes, I like it. Mark, okay. So you're saying to sign JD Martinez and Mark Vientos, he could take a step back and he could come back and he could obviously be a bench bat or he could be in AAA, because that's what you would have to do with a guy like Mark Vientos when it comes to, if you sign JD Martinez, that is huge, guys. That would be so huge for the Mets. I think when it comes to JD Martinez, this guy is a guy, he can hit you 33 home runs, guys. He has a batting average of 271 in 2023. Obviously, we get it. Okay, he's 36 years old. He's getting older. Now, that is a concern for many teams, and I understand it. But when it comes to the Mets and the Angels, obviously, we want him, right? We want him. We want him. Steve Cohen has given David Stearns and the Mets, we want this guy. We want this guy. He's given them the okay for the payroll. So what's going to happen with it? What's going to happen? I don't know exactly what's going to happen. I made a previous video today definitely about JD Martinez, if you want to take a look at that. But definitely, I feel good about the chances to get JD Martinez. I feel good about the chances. Now, are they going to, push the trigger on that? Are they going to do that? I don't know. That is a good question. All right. So let's see here. JD Martinez, Stoney is saying will help Pete Alonso a lot in the lineup. Beautiful. I really think JD Martinez, if you were to put this guy in the lineup, definitely he'll help out. He will help out this lineup. He will help out, Pete Alonso. You know, Obviously, we've seen previous years, Pete Alonso hasn't had that guy to protect him in the lineup. He hasn't had that guy. Nobody has been that guy so far. Starling Marte wasn't that guy. Brett Beatty wasn't that guy. Is JD Martinez going to be that guy for the Mets? Obviously, we got to get him signed first. But what would you do? What contract would you sign this guy for? Would you give this guy 2 years straight up, or would you do a 1 year and then 1 year opt out? I definitely think when it comes to JD Martinez, I'm doing a 1 year. I give him a 2 year contract, but I'm giving him an opt out after the first year. That's what I'm doing personally. I think when it comes to the DH, I know a lot of people wants to see the young guys play, the young Mets, hitters, and you want to really give this guy a chance. You want to give Mark Vientos a chance. But, Mark Vientos in spring training has 3 home runs. Okay. He's looked better at the plate a little bit. What I like about Mark Vientos is that he hits for, he hits the ball hard. That's what I like about Mark Vientos. But can we trust this guy? Can we trust this guy? I don't know. I don't know if we can trust him. Because, okay, you have a lineup, right? You have a lineup with Pete Alonso, JD Martinez. Would you rather have a lineup with JD Martinez and Pete Alonso, or would you rather have a lineup with Pete Alonso and Mark Vientos? I don't know. I think personally, give Martinez whatever he wants. Obviously, don't go crazy. Give him a $20 million. Okay, so we got Yuki saying, I would give JD Martinez 1 year for $15 million, but he can make $25 million with incentives. I like it, bro. I like the way you're thinking. I like it a lot. Stoney is saying a 1 year opt out here too, Randy. I like that, right? Give him a 2 year contract, but give him an opt out after the first year. So obviously, if he has a really good year, he can opt out if he wants. So I really think when it comes to the DH guys, this is important to talk about. This is important to really think about, because this is a hard decision when it comes for David Stearns, because he wants the young guys to play. David Stearns wants to give these young guys a chance, but you're interested in JD Martinez still. So what are you going to do? I don't know. We got Alex saying, Nimmo, McNeil, Lindor, Alonso, JD looks great to me. Bro, I like it too. Alex, I love it. I think when it comes to a lineup, we've been missing this piece for some time. We've been missing a guy like JD Martinez in the lineup for some time. Now, what are we going to do about it? I don't know, but I think this is important because this is a big decision. Obviously, you got 2025. You got a whole bunch of prospects coming, for the Mets. But when it comes to JD Martinez, if you can get this guy for a 2 year contract, give him an opt out after the first year, I like it a lot. I don't know either, bro. I just hope they make the right choice when it comes to the DH. Yeah, that is what Stoney is saying. Alex is saying we had rally killers at DH and we need a stud. Tell me about it, Alex. Do you want to see a Daniel Vogelbach again as the DH? No, I never want to see a Daniel Vogelbach again. I never want to see anyone like Daniel Vogelbach again in this damn lineup as the DH. That was a horrible, horrible decision for the Mets to even keep Daniel Vogelbach for that year. I'm so happy that Daniel Vogelbach has left his team. But when it comes to the DH guys, you got guys like Ji-Man Choi. You got guys like Mark Vientos. You got guys like, DJ Stewart. We can't forget DJ Stewart, right? We can't forget DJ Stewart. Who do you guys want in this DH spot? Because if you don't have JD Martinez, who would you have as the DH? Who? Me personally, I like Ji-Man Choi a lot. I think Ji-Man Choi is very, very impressive. I like him a lot. He hits for power. He has a good plate discipline. But if you can get a guy like JD Martinez, go get him. Go get him now, please. Go get him now. Oh man, Vogie gave me nightmares. Good riddance. Good riddance. Vogelback. I hope I never see you again. I don't even want to see Darren Ruff ever in the DH. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so we got Darren saying, I'm tired of the DH platoon crap. Yo, I feel you. I feel you completely. I'm not happy when it comes to the Mets and the platoon. I don't like the platoon. I don't want the platoon. I don't want it. I don't want it. Okay, so Yuki's saying, if I'm Steve Cohen, I'm gonna offer Monty and Snell 1 mil per start and 1 mil for each win. Max salary is 30 mil for 2024. That is hilarious, bro. That's hilarious out there. That's hilarious, man. All right, let's get into another topic, guys, and that is gonna be Brett Baty, guys. How are we feeling about Brett Baty so far in spring training? How are we feeling? He has 32 at bats. He has a 250 batting average, and he has 1 home run. He has 1 home run, guys. 1 home run. He has 3 RBIs. This Baty situation, man. Baty has not looked impressive. He has not looked like he's changed his swing. He has not looked that good. And when it comes to a guy like Brett Baty, what are we really thinking about him, guys? Because how are we truly feeling currently about Brett Baty? Have you changed your mind about Brett Baty? Do you have confidence in Brett Baty? Man, Yuki's saying Brett Baty got a bad back. Send him down to get healthy. Bro, Brett Baty played spring training today. He made a couple of good plays in spring training. He's looked better defensively at third base. But is that going to be enough? I need Baty to be good, man. I need Baty to be impressive. I need Baty to be the guy when it comes to the third base. Because you didn't get a guy like Matt Chapman. You didn't get another guy in free agency. What are you going to do? You know, Brett Baty should go to Driveline. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Make or break year for him. Yes. Alex, I agree with you completely. It's a make or break year for him. He will find out if New York is too big for him. Yo, Baty, this is important. This is the make or break year for Baty. 2025, you got prospects. You got Ronnie Mauricio coming back. Don't forget him. Don't forget him. I'm going to talk about Ronnie Mauricio forever on this channel. So I'm going to tell you this. As long as Ronnie Mauricio's a Met, I'm going to talk about him a lot. So Ronnie Mauricio, don't forget him. We got Luis Angel Acuna coming 2025. We got Drew Gilbert coming. We got Jet Williams coming. You know, we got Mark Vientos still there. There's not probably going to be a lot of room when it comes to infield positions for Brett Baty. So this is the year to find it. This is the year to prove it, baby. Let's see what Baty does. I really think so far in spring training, though, this guy has looked the same. He's looked the same. Am I wrong? How do you feel about his swing so far? Are you confident he could hit you 20 home runs in the season? Are you confident right now? Because I'm not. I'm not confident that he can hit for power much. He has 1 home run in 32 at-bats. That is sad. Oh, Alex is saying Ronnie Mauricio is my guy. Might be trading Baty at the trade deadline. I mean, Ronnie Mauricio is my guy too, man. I can't wait till we see him again. But okay, we got Stoney saying I wouldn't mind Gio Urshela at third base. Okay. I feel you. I understand what you're saying. I get what you mean by, maybe sign didn't Gio Urshela sign already? I think he signed already. I might be wrong. About that. But guys, when it comes to Baty, honestly, how are we feeling about Baty? Because do you trust this guy? Is this the guy you trust? Like, okay, we're running with, he's going to be a third baseman in 2024, right? He's going to start the season 2024 with the Mets. But do you trust this guy? My prediction for the Mets lineup will perform similar to last year. Everybody batting around 200 and everyone striking out. Yuki, Yuki, you don't got a lot of confidence in this team at all, bro. You don't got a lot of confidence, man. We got Beatty might hit 10 home runs this year, and that's it. Stoney, are you kidding me? 10 home runs? 10 home runs? 10 home runs for Beatty? That's sad. 10 home runs is so sad. Okay, so Alex is saying I trust him defensively. Batting up, we got to see. We got to see. All right, let's get into overall another topic, and that is going to be the man. Yes, we have to talk about him, guys. We got to talk about him. Unfortunately, we got to talk about him. We're going to get into a couple of discussions with him. JD Davis, how we feeling about him, man? JD Davis, the former Met, JD Davis, the Mets serious talks with JD Davis. Are you kidding me when it comes to this situation? Why do we have JD Martin? Why are we seriously talking about JD Davis? You got Beatty. You got Mark Vientos. Do we need JD Davis? Are you kidding me? I do not want to see JD Davis as a New York Met ever again. Okay, JD Martinez, JD Martinez I would love to see as a Met, but JD Davis? Are you kidding me? Okay, so Yuki's saying JD Davis burned bridges after leaving the Mets. We didn't sign him back, bro. We didn't sign him back. We traded him. I think we traded him. He sucks. I don't look at his stats. Okay, 248 batting average, 18 home runs, 69 RBIs. He's not going to do that in New York. I promise you that. He's not going to do that in New York. Do you guys want that? You guys want that? Do you want JD Davis as a Met again? I don't. Me personally, I don't want it back. I don't want JD Davis back at all. Me personally, I don't want JD Davis. I don't want him on this team. I don't want to play in third base. Oh, my God. The way he played third base, I hated him playing third base so much. I hated him playing third base defensively. Okay, so we got JD Davis had better stats than Escobar and Beatty combined in 2023. That is sad as hell. That is so sad. That is so sad. So, Yuki, you want him? Yuki, you want JD Davis as a Met. Do you want him back? You want him back? Because I don't know, man. Okay, so we got Darren saying JD Davis can't hit, high velocity. That's what he's saying. Yeah, JD Davis, when it comes, why are we seriously talking to JD Davis right now? Why? We should be seriously talking to JD Martinez. That's the guy we should be talking to right now. But this guy right here, this is not the answer. This is not the answer, guys. I'm sorry. I don't want to see JD Davis as a Met ever again. Ever again. Okay? I don't want him back. I don't need him back. I don't want him back. I don't think that he should be in the Mets. I really don't. We had time with the Mets. He had his time. He had his time. But why do we have him again? Why would we want this guy again? We already have enough problems when it comes to the DH situation with Mark Vientos, Ji-Man Choi, DJ Stewart, a potential signing of JD Martinez. So why would we go for JD Davis? I'm not understanding why we should go for him. Okay, so we got Yuki saying Vientos at third. I want Vientos at third and sign JD Martinez and sign JD Davis for DH. Okay, so you're saying to sign JD Martinez and JD Davis? You can't do that. Can't do that. Where are they going to play? Where are they going to play? Where are you going to play JD Martinez? In the outfield? No. I'm not playing JD Martinez in the outfield. Where are you going to play? If you have JD Davis as the DH, where are you going to have JD Martinez? So I think I wouldn't agree with that comment. That's just me. But guys, this is important, guys, to talk about because I don't get why we would want this guy back. If we were going to sign JD Davis, might as well bring Michael Conforto back. LOL. Listen, Stoney, if we would have found JD Davis, Michael Conforto. Let's bring back everybody. Let's bring back Curtis Granderson as a former Met. Let's bring back who are we bringing back? Let's bring back multiple former Mets. Why not? Why not? Bring back Syndergaard, baby. Bring back Syndergaard. Bring back. Oh my goodness! Like, you got to be kidding me with this situation. You got to be kidding me when it comes to JD Davis. Wilmer Flores, bring back Wilmer Flores, Stoney. Bring back Wilmer. Bring back Wilmer. How is Wilmer doing, guys? How is Wilmer doing? Is he still with the Giants? My goodness, man. I don't know, man. I don't know what to do with that situation. I really think when it comes to the Mets, JD Davis. Hey, what's going on, Lane? What is going on, baby? Let's go Mets, baby. Lane. Yes. Let's go Mets, Lane. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Lane, how are you feeling about JD Davis as a Met? Do you want him? You want him back? Me personally, I don't want him back. Okay, so Lane is saying, how do you feel about the Mets? Me personally, so far, I think the Mets in spring training, but the pitching rotation has looked pretty good. We got guys, we have a rumor. We have mutual interest when it comes to JD Martinez and the Mets. So can we sign him, please? Can we sign JD Martinez already? Lane is saying, can the Mets sign Trevor Bauer, Jordan Montgomery, and Blake Snell? No, they cannot sign Trevor Bauer. They cannot sign Blake Snell. And no, Blake Snell is not coming to the Mets at all, guys. Don't expect him to come to the Mets. He's going to go somewhere else. I don't know where he's going to go, but he's not. He's going to go somewhere else. With a healthy Dylan Cease, better season, Mets or Padres? That's a good question. That's a good question right there. What are we thinking, guys? What do we think? We got the Mets or the Padres, better season with Dylan Cease for the Padres. Obviously, Dylan Cease, if you didn't know, he got traded yesterday to the Padres. The White Sox made the trade for a couple of prospects, and it involved Michael. It involved Thorpe as well, former Yankee prospect. So I see Snell going to the Yankees. Snell's not going to the Yankees. Snell is not. I promise. Snell is not going to the Yankees. Okay, I don't know where Snell is going, but he ain't going to the Yankees. I really can. The Mets sign JD Martinez for a 1-year deal? I really don't think he wants to. Well, he wants a 1-year deal. He wants a 2-year deal, and I don't think he deserves it. I don't think he deserves a 2-year deal just straight up. No, I'm sorry. But yeah, guys. Going back to Mark Vientos, going back to JD Martinez. If we get Martinez, Mets have a better season than the Padres. Okay. So you're saying that the Mets have a better season, if they get JD Martinez. If they get him. Are they going to get him? I hope so. At the end of the day, I hope so. Yeah, guys, if you're new to the stream, definitely leave a like, comment on the stream. And yeah, man, you guys are awesome so far. Alex is saying, if we get Martinez, Mets have a better season than the Padres. The Padres, I don't know what they're going to be. Obviously, they lost Soto. Xander Bogaerts is going to play what? He's going to play second base now or something like that. And then they're going to have the Japanese guy or the Korean guy. I forgot what I think he's Korean. They're going to have the Korean guy play. I forgot his name, but he's a good defender and he plays infield. We got what is the news on David Peterson? Okay, so Lane is saying, what is the news on David Peterson, Ronnie Mauricio, Kodai Senga now for the Mets? Kodai Senga is going to be back probably mid to late May. That's what we're looking for, Kodai Senga. Ronnie Mauricio is probably going to be out until next year, guys. Unfortunately, it really does suck, and I'm a big Ronnie Mauricio fan, and this really does suck because he's a guy that I thought could have been so important for this team in 2024. And obviously he got injured, playing the Dominican Winter League because he was trying to prove himself again to the Mets. So I think that's on the Mets. That's on the Mets because the fact that Ronnie Mauricio, he loves playing baseball. He wanted to prove himself. But And then you got guys like David Peterson probably is going to come back after the All-Star break. After the All-Star break, expect David Peterson back. So Alex is saying 70% to get JD Martinez. I think when it comes to JD Martinez, the fact that there's mutual interest between them both is very, very big. Because obviously we've heard the rumors. We know that the Mets were interested in JD Martinez, but now JD Martinez is interested in the Mets as well. There's mutual interest. These guys, the parties are aligned, guys. They just got to get a deal done. And obviously the price has to come down for JD Martinez. I really think when it comes to JD Martinez, you need this guy in the lineup. I'm sorry. You need JD Martinez. You need him. Oh, it's a tossed up because Mets have Braves and Padres have Dodgers. Yeah, you're right. Definitely, you're right. Okay, so Yuki is saying mutual interest equals leverage. So the Mets have leverage when it comes to a JD Martinez signing. I think when it comes to a guy like that, you got to get the deal done. You have mutual interest. Like, get the deal done. The price needs to come down. JD Martinez is not going to get, he knows he's not going to get a $40 million deal. He's not getting a $30 million deal. He's probably getting 15 to 20 something mil at most. And when it comes to JD Martinez, I'm signing this guy for whoever said the what's it called? You sign him for 15 mil, but you give 25 if in incentives or something like that. I like that. We got agreed. He has said he wants to play for a winner. Angels aren't winning this year. Angels are horrible. Angels are bad. They just keep getting worse. Angels, okay, I'm going to talk about this right now. The Los Angeles Angels is the dumbest organization in the major league. The owner, the GM, whatever you want to call it, for the Angels is the dumbest person ever. Because why wouldn't you want anything back? Why wouldn't you get anything back for Shohei Ohtani, one of the best players in all of baseball? Why wouldn't you trade Ohtani? That was the dumbest decision ever. An executive, a president or a GM, whatever you want to call them, the dumbest decision you can ever make was not trading Ohtani. It's so dumb, and the Los Angeles Angels are so horrible for that. I'm sorry, but I had to just rant about that for a second. Okay, so Stoney is saying, I don't see JD Martinez signing with the Angels. Yeah, I don't see him signing with the Angels. The Angels aren't good, guys. The Angels aren't going to be good. Mike Trout is stuck with the Angels for the rest of his career because he wants to be. And they're not going to win nothing. The Angels are bad. They're not good at all. What do you do with Jet Williams, Acuna, Ryan Clifford, Drew Gilbert, Nate Lavender, Alex Ramirez? Oh, my God. You're asking a lot of questions there, man, guy. You're asking a lot of questions. What do you do with Jet Williams? Jet Williams is going to start the season in AA, guys. He's going to start the season in AA. He's not going into the majors. He's not going to make the major league roster. He's going to start the season in AA. Obviously, if he heats up, he could be in AAA real quick. If he heats up, he could be in AAA real quick. We know that the Mets have really Jet Williams. They like him a lot. I like him a lot too. Acuna, he's going to be in AAA. Give him a full season in AAA. I think obviously, if there's an injury to a guy like Jeff McNeil or somebody like that, maybe you could bring Luis Angel Acuna up and give him a cup of coffee in the major leagues or something like that. You could. And you got Ryan Clifford. I think Ryan Clifford, we should put him as a, he's played a little first base. So, start him a lot at first base. Get him used to playing first base for the Mets. I like that. Because you don't know if Pete Alonso is going to sign with the Mets. Drew Gilbert, he's coming back. He's coming 2025 for the Mets. Obviously, if the Mets sign Soto, is going to be a big time situation when it comes to a guy like Drew Gilbert. What do you do with him in the outfield? What do you do with Nimmo in the outfield if you sign Soto? Obviously, that's another discussion for another day. Nate Lavender has been beautiful. Nate Lavender has been great. Nate Lavender has looked really, really great, guys. And then you got Alex Ramirez. Had a pretty good spring training, a couple of hits. You know what I'm saying? He looked pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, but he needs to prove it. Alex Ramirez, he needs to prove it. And Sean Reed Foley, Mike Vassell. I really want to. I want to see Mike Vassell. I want to see Mike Vassell for sure, bro. I would have gave up Mauricio Beatty, Vientos, Alvarez for 2 years of Ohtani. Wow. Yeah, I wouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. I would not have done that. I don't care if Ohtani is the best player in Major League Baseball. I would not trade. First of all, when it comes to a prospect, you don't want to trade these guys because they have control. You have control over these guys. There's no reason to trade a guy like Mauricio, a Beatty, a Vientos, Alvarez. Are you kidding me? That was set. That will literally set Yuki, come on, Yuki, come on. Can we get a little serious here, Yuki? Are you kidding me? Alvarez too? You're gonna trade your whole prospect pipeline for Ohtani for 2 years for him to leave you in the dust? No. What do we got? What do we hear? Look for the Mets. Let me see here. Look for the Mets to make deals at the deadline. Yeah, with their surplus of middle infielders in the minors, if they're competing for a wild card. Okay, so you're saying if they're competing for a wild card, look for the Mets to make some moves. I think if they're competing for a wild card, right? I don't think that they're going to make big time trades. Like maybe the biggest trade you'll probably see is trading Kevin Parada, somebody like that. You're not going to trade a guy like Luis Angel Acuna. You're not trading Ronnie Mauricio. You're not trading Jet Williams. I mean, Mark Vientos, I don't know if you're trading him, but yeah. Let's see here. I'm not giving up Alvarez and Mauricio for nothing. Yeah, I'm not giving up. Thank you. Thank you, Alex. Thank you. I'm not giving them up for nothing, man. All right. All right, let's get into a bullpen discussion real quick, guys. Okay. So this was a tweet from Joe DeMayo. He works for SNY. Would Fujinami not making it count as a surprise for you guys? Him having minor league options plays against him. With the amount of all the options of relievers they have competing for probably 2 spots. So you got, okay, so let me get this out of here your way. You got Diaz, right? You got Ottavino. You got Brooks Raley. You got Jake Diekman. I think that the Mets are going to stay with the 2 lefties. That's what they're going to go with. And you got Drew Smith. As much as I don't like Drew Smith, the Mets love Drew Smith. I don't know what the obsession is when it comes to Drew Smith. I don't know what so listen, I'm going to say this plain and simple right now. Me personally, you signed Fujinami to be in this bullpen. He was a big-time signing for your bullpen. He should definitely be in your bullpen. I don't care if he has options against him or if he has options. No. Fujinami is a guy you need in this bullpen. Obviously, he's a guy that could throw you 100 miles per hour. He's a guy that is very, very important to your bullpen. That's a guy that you need. You got Fujinami to probably be, me personally, I would put Ottavino as the 7th inning guy. 7th inning guy, Ottavino. I would give Fujinami the 8th inning spot. Give him the setup man role. And then obviously you got Edwin Diaz as the closer. This is a better bullpen than you probably would have had. Definitely way, way, way better than last year, guys. I'm excited about this bullpen, but who do you guys think is going to make the final 2 spots? Who you guys think? Me personally, I'm going to go with Fujinami, and I'm going to go with Sean Reed Foley. That's what I'm gonna go with. Fujinami must not start in the minors. You can't teach. You can't teach 104 miles per hour. No, you can't. You can't teach that. You can't teach that. So what are we doing here, guys? What are we doing? He is arguably the second. He has arguably the second best stuff in the bullpen. That's what Alex is saying. He does, bro. A guy that could throw you 100 something miles per hour. A guy that, obviously his control has been something that we got to consider, but he's looked really, really good in spring training so far. So if you don't have Fujinami in the Mets bullpen, that is a big, big time mistake to start the season. Big time mistake to start the season. Because who would you rather have? Fujinami in a big time spot or Drew Smith? I'd rather have Fujinami. I'm so tired of Drew Smith. I'm tired of Drew Smith. I'm tired of him being on this team. I'm tired of this guy not performing. This guy, Drew Smith, the Mets love him so much, but I don't get why. I don't get why. It just makes no sense to me, man. It makes no sense. Fujinami all the way. Yeah, I agree, Alex. I agree with you. Fujinami all the way. What do the Mets do with Jake Diekman, Brooks Raley, Drew Smith, Edwin Diaz, and Jose Butto, and Joey Lucchesi, and Ottavino and Lopez? Joey Lucchesi to the minors, to AAA. Okay, Jose Butto, he could be competing. He's competing for a rotation spot with Tyler McGill. Jorge Lopez, I like Jorge Lopez a lot. I like Jorge Lopez, Jorge Lopez, in my opinion, needs to be in the bullpen. Yeah. How old is Drew Smith? Let me take a look here. Drew Smith, how old is he? Drew Smith is 30 years old, guys. Drew Smith is 30 years old. He's 30. Drew Smith is 30 years old, guys. The Mets love him. I don't know why the Mets love him. I don't get the love for Drew Smith. I don't understand. But Alex is saying they have to earn their spots. I agree. I think they got to earn their spots. I agree. When it comes to a situation of the bullpen, this is a big time topic to talk about because we don't know what they're going to go with. I like Michael Tomlin. Austin Adams even looked good today with the slider, with his delivery. When it comes to a bullpen, you can see how David Stearns has done his research on these guys, and they looked really, really good so far. Really, really good so far. And the bullpen is important, but who do you put? Oh, what's going on, Frank? How you doing? What's going on? What up, brother? What up? Frank in the building, baby. Let's go Mets, baby. Oh, wow. I didn't know he was that old. Yes, Tony. He's 30 years old. Drew Smith is not a youngin. He's not a rookie prospect. What are we doing here? Are we really? Lane is saying, what do we do with Phil Bickford? Phil Bickford, put him in AAA. I don't want Phil Bickford, look at these options. Look at these options here. We got Diaz. We got Ottavino. We got Brooks Raley. We got Jake Diekman. We got Drew Smith and Lopez. So put Drew on the farm. Yeah, Drew, I don't know if he has a lot of options when it comes to Drew Smith, but I don't want to see Drew Smith as in this spot. I don't think Drew Smith is, has proven anything in spring training. He hasn't proven nothing. He sucks. Okay, he sucks. I'm sorry to say, but his fastball is the best thing about him. But definitely, he's not good. He's not good. Yamid, what's going on? Yamid, what's going on? Yamid Medina here in the building. Fujinami, 102 miles per hour. Last year, his ERA was over 7, over 5 in Baltimore. He has a lot to prove before I think he belongs. Yamid, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get that Fujinami hasn't been good. He has an ERA over 7, definitely last year. But definitely with Baltimore, he got a little bit better. But I think Fujinami, he is a guy. Okay, listen. That's what I love about David Stearns. He's given us options. He's given us real options in the bullpen, guys. We don't. It's not like last year where we had just horrible options, horrible options. Now we have real time options. Lane is saying, do you DFA Drew Smith? If it was up to me, I'll DFA him in a heartbeat. I just don't think Drew Smith has worked out for the Mets. I really don't think he's worked out. Phil Bickford is a bum. He's a bum. He's not good, guys. Phil Bickford is not that good. He is not that good, man. And I really think, guys, just stay with me for a second. I just got to grab my charger real quick. I'm sorry. Stay with me, guys. Stay with me, guys. Just got to charge make sure my laptop is charged. Sorry, guys, about that. All right. Okay. All right, guys. All right, we back, guys. Randy working hard today, baby. Yeah, let's go. You know the vibes, man. Yuki, yeah, Randy, we gotta work hard. Definitely. Yamit is saying, yeah, when it comes to the bullpen, guys, this is an important topic because we don't know how this is gonna go. Like, you have options. You got Fujinami. Yes, he hasn't been proven. Yes, Fujinami has not proved. He has a lot to prove, and I get that, right? But he's a guy that could throw you over 100, miles per hour. Okay, you can't teach that. You cannot teach that. And, obviously, I would have loved to have a guy like Bryce Montes de Oca. Don't forget him, guys. Don't forget Bryce Montes de Oca, okay? Because I hope when he gets healthy, he comes back for the Mets. But I think Bryce Montes de Oca also is a guy that can throw you over 100 miles per hour, 99. Okay, he throws very, very hard. So, yeah, man. Do you think can't say his name, but do you see Jake Diekman in the bullpen starting the season? Yes. Jake Diekman and Brooks Raley are probably going to start the season. They're going to go with 2 lefties, guys. Unfortunately, it sucks to say, guys. It really does suck to say, but Nate Lavender is not going to make this team. Obviously, Nate Lavender, it's good to have him in the minors. I can't wait for Nate Lavender to definitely, what he has shown, Nate Lavender definitely in the bullpen is big time. Big time, guys. So when it comes to, okay, so Yamit is saying over here, I'm sorry, Drew Smith has an electric arm, and I'm sure they could find a trade partner. Okay, so maybe you could get a trade for him, right? Maybe you could trade him. We got Frank saying, what about Hamill? Dominic Hamill? You talking about Dominic Hamill, the starter? I think you're talking about him. Dominic Hamill, I think he's going to start the game tomorrow, the spring breakout game. Good for him. Stoney is saying, I like Lavender. I like Lavender too. I think when it comes to the bullpen, guys, you got to really find out who you trust, right? But Fujinami, me personally, maybe it's going to be too big for him, but I would put him as the setup man. I would put definitely Fujinami as the setup man. I would have Ottavino as the 7th inning guy, and I would have Edwin Diaz obviously as the closer. Okay, that's what I would do. I also like options like Jorge Lopez as well. Jorge Lopez could also be a setup man as well at times. But when it comes to the bullpen, that's a big time discussion, man. Stoney saying I like Lavender. Yes, temporarily. Yeah. Okay, so Darren is saying that's why Fujinami starts in the minors to refine his control. And this way they can try guys without options who are effective. Okay. Listen, I get what you're saying there. I understand. I understand completely. Right. But man, does his arm look good? Does his stuff look good? I really think Fujinami should be in the majors, man. In my opinion, you got this guy to be in the majors, man. This is one of your biggest bullpen signings that you've made so far. And I think this guy should be in the majors to start the season. That's my opinion. I understand why you feel this way, though. I understand why you feel this way. Frank is saying, I love Lopez. He has an awesome arm. I like Lopez, right? You like Jorge Lopez? I like Jorge Lopez. You know, a lot of people weren't happy, right, when we signed Jorge Lopez. Oh, they thought he wasn't going to be good, or they thought, oh, he's going to be a washed up reliever. I like Jorge Lopez a lot. I think he has good stuff. And that's what I love about having David Stearns as the captain of the ship, because this guy is already showing his knowledge of baseball. He's already showing, guys like Austin Adams with a nice slider, a nice delivery, Michael Tomlin, guys like that has really good deliveries. Obviously, the bullpen is important, and I'm happy we got options, because we didn't have any options last year that I really liked. We didn't. And I can't forget Yohan Ramirez either. Because he looked good today. He looked good. And Sean Reed-Foley has been looking good too. The Mets have probably the most options they've had in a bullpen in some time, guys. This is actually exciting when it comes to, a potential, what do the Mets do with Dominic Hamilton? Dominic Hamill's going to start the season in AAA. He's going to start the season in AAA, guys. Dominic Hamill is not going to make the rotation or anything to start the season. So Frank is saying, I get that, but he has control issues. And I get it. Yes, he has control issues. I understand. I get what you're saying. I'm just happy we got options. At the end of the day, I'm happy we got options. All right. Let's get into overall. We got a little bit more people in here. So let's get into over here. Let's get into back to the DH situation, guys. How are we feeling? How are we all feeling about the DH, guys? Should we sign JD Martinez? Should we get him? I definitely think we should. I think JD Martinez is a guy you have to go for. Okay, you got to go for. Okay, I'm gonna check some news right now, also on MLB trade rumors, if there's anything in the rumblings or anything like that. No, nothing so far. Nothing so far, other than the Braves signing Adam Duvall. Yamid is saying no. I don't trust Sean Reed-Foley. JD or bust. Alex is saying JD or bust. I think we should go for JD, guys. I think JD is very, very important to this team. I think if you get JD Martinez, just imagine him in the lineup. Can we just imagine JD Martinez in the lineup for a second? Can we just imagine him in the lineup, JD Martinez? Because if you have JD Martinez, you have Pete Alonso, you have Francisco Alvarez, you have Francisco Lindor. Okay? A lot of options there. I like it though. Yeah, Alex is saying Martinez, not they. Oh, no. Yeah, no. We don't want Davis. I don't want Davis. Me personally, I don't want Davis. I do not want JD Davis. Yuki saying sign JD Martinez for DH. Sign JD Davis as a backup third baseman. If we sign JD Martinez, I'll be happy regardless. Regardless of what we do, I'll be happy. If the Mets were to sign JD Martinez, he can protect Pete, like Frank is saying right here. He can protect Pete. Pete needs that protection. Pete has never had that protection, guys. So when it comes to him, let's give him a shot. Let's get JD Davis. Let's get JD, not JD Davis. Well, if you want to sign JD Martinez, sign JD Martinez. And I guess if you want JD Davis, go ahead and get him. But I don't know what contract JD Davis wants. Can you please, oh my God, can you please sign Pete Alonso for the Mets? Pete Alonso is not going to re-sign with the Mets to start to Obviously, he's going to go into free agency. He's going to walk. He's going to do his thing. He's going to see, obviously, the offers. He's going to be smart. If I'm Pete Alonso, I don't know what I'm doing because I love New York too. But if New York is not valuing me, then what are we doing? Okay, so Frank is saying, how much would JD Martinez cost? JD Martinez will probably cost 20 mil, 20 mil, 25 at most. I don't think he's going to go to 30. I don't think he's going to go to 40. And definitely he ain't going to 50. Okay, so obviously JD Martinez is older. He's not going to get a big time contract. What would be a successful season for Beatty and Vientos? My opinion, I would love to have Beatty. Let's get into a little bit about Beatty real quick since we got A over here. Guys, Beatty. What do we think about Beatty here, man? What we seeing about Beatty so far? Spring training, 32 at bats, guys. 250 batting average. One home run. One home run. One home run, guys. 3 RBIs. What are we expecting from Beatty? I would love to have Beatty hit 25 home runs. 22 to 25 home runs. I would love for that, and I would love for a 270 batting average. Okay? Maybe 80 RBIs. Is that asking for too much from Beatty? Maybe it is. And if it is, then get off my damn team. Like, come on, bro. Let me see here. Pete is better than Strawberry. Wow. Pete is better than Strawberry. Okay, so we got Alex is saying 265. 265 for Beatty. 20 home runs. 70 RBIs. It's successful for Beatty. I think he's pressing too hard. And yeah, definitely Beatty is pressing way too hard. And my problem with Beatty and my serious issue with Beatty is that he is not doing anything different. He's hitting the ball a little more on the top hand, a little bit better, but that's it. This guy is not hitting for power. He's hit 1 home run in 32 at-bats. Yes, his spring training. But come on, guys. This guy right here, Beatty, this is a make or break season for Beatty. Make or break season. What is he really going to do, though? Is he going to hit for power? Oh, we got Stoney saying, I'm out for the night. Randy, have a good night. Stoney, have a good one, my guy. I appreciate you coming to the stream. Always, let's go Mets, baby. Frank is saying same for Vientos. Yeah, Vientos, I see a little more potential in Vientos. And this really sucks because a guy like Beatty, I was so happy when the Mets drafted Beatty. I was so excited about Beatty becoming a Met. And when obviously his first at bat as a Met, he hit a home run against the Braves. Okay? He hit a home run against the Braves. What an introduction, right? What an introduction. You thought he was going to be a power hitter. You thought he was going to hit you 20, 25 home runs. And he hasn't been impressive, guys. Beatty has just not been good. He hasn't been good. If Beatty hit 15 to 18 home runs, 270, 75 RBIs, 30 doubles, I guess you could call that a successful season, right? I'll take 20 home runs from Beatty or 18 home runs. I'll take a 270 batting average, and I'll take 75 RBIs. I'll definitely take that. Okay, so Alex is saying, I see 25 home runs for Vientos. I just hope the average is okay. He strikes out a lot, guys. Mark Vientos, that is my concern about Mark Vientos. He strikes out a lot. Yes, he hits the ball hard. When he hits the ball hard. But, and this is a but, is that going to be enough? For you, is that going to be enough? As a Met fan, is that going to be enough for you? You know, if he hits 25 home runs and bats 210, is that going to be enough? I don't know. Me personally, I think Mark Vientos, I want him to be a 250, 260 hitter, 25 home runs. I'll take that. We should not give up on Brett Beatty and Vientos. Okay, I get it. I understand the young kids. You want to give them a chance. You don't want to give up on these guys. I don't want to give up on these guys either. You know what I'm saying? You got Mark Vientos. You got Mark Vientos, a guy, he's important to the team. He's a guy that you want to do good, right? He hasn't got a consistent role with the Mets. Obviously, last year, he did not have a consistent role. He wasn't in the lineup much. He was in the bench a little bit. He got a couple of lineup starts, but he didn't get the consistent playing time that he should have got, right? So I don't know what do you do with Mark Vientos? What do you do with the situation? It's a tough one, guys. It's a real tough one. We should not give up on Beatty or Vientos. Yes, he hits hard, but home runs hitters strike a lot. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. I mean, you got guys like Dansby Swanson. He's a home run hitter and he strikes out a lot. So I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. Did you hear that Darryl Strawberry had a heart attack on Monday night? Yeah, I was working at SNY on Monday night, and definitely we had to cover the Strawberry heart attack, so we stayed a little bit later. Good wishes to Darryl Strawberry. I hope he's in good health. I hope he continues to be in good health. Yeah, get well, Darryl Strawberry. I think when it comes to Darryl Strawberry, he's 62 years old, guys. It's kind of like it's not that old, but it's not that young. So we don't know what's going to happen with that. And also, if Doc Gooden was on SNY last night, also, and I was there as well. So I got to say hi to Doc Gooden. That was pretty good, right? That was pretty cool to see. Me saying hi to Doc Gooden. I showed him, where the elevator was. He's a cool guy. Doc Gooden is a cool guy. So I don't know, guys. When it comes to Darryl Strawberry, I just hope that, obviously this coming season, we're going to get those guys all together, all Darryl Strawberry, Doc Gooden, and, Keith Hernandez all next to each other, 17, 18, and 19, I believe. So, yeah. Yes, I saw Strawberry play. I hope he recovers. Yeah, I hope he recovers. But yeah, going back to the DH situation, guys. What do we really think here? Like, are you confident in Mark Vientos as the DH? Because me personally, I don't know. I don't know if I'm confident in giving him that chance. Okay, like if you don't get JD Martinez, then I guess you got to give him a chance, right? But I'm gonna tell you this: I don't want to see a damn platoon. If you don't sign JD Martinez, do not platoon Mark Vientos. If you want to give this guy the shot, give this guy the shot. Okay? Give him the shot. Give him the playing time. Give him the consistent full-time DH. I don't want to see Ji-Man. As much as I like Ji-Man Choi, I do like Ji-Man Choi. I think that the Mets, if you platoon Mark Vientos and Ji-Man Choi, that doesn't do a lot for Mark Vientos. Alex is saying, have a good night. Have a good night, my guy. Thanks for coming to the stream. Appreciate you. Looking forward to the next live. Definitely, there will be a next live soon. Stay forward to that. Yeah, man. Let Vientos has to play. Forget Martinez. Okay, so you don't want JD Martinez. And I understand why you don't want him. He's older. And I get it. What if we do sign JD Martinez, right? And what if he has a mediocre year with the Mets? Then that sucks for the Mets, right? All this pressure from the Mets or from the Mets fans to sign JD Martinez, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? I don't know. I don't know. But I think when it comes to Mark Vientos, JD Martinez, I don't know, man. Here, I don't know. if they just did not get, what was that habit? We talking about habit. Sorry, I got run into technical issues here, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, guys, we back. Sorry about the technical issues there. Um. Oh yeah. The drugs. The drugs. Yeah, the drugs were bad, guys. The drugs. The drugs were definitely bad. But can the Mets put Mark Vientos and Brett Beatty in the minors? No, I don't think you should. I mean, Beatty has nothing to prove in the minors. Mark Vientos has nothing to prove in the minors. There's literally no point for them being in the minors at all. So, yeah, yeah, Frank, you're right about the drugs. The drugs was a lot on Darryl Strawberry, man. The drugs was a lot on Darryl. They killed the minors, so why waste their time? Nothing to prove. Nothing to prove. Nothing to prove in the minors. Nothing. Obviously, like I said, if you don't sign JD Martinez, give Mark Vientos the consistent full-time DH. Okay, so other than rest for Alonso and Alvarez, Vientos, if he's DH, should not be platoon. I agree. I really don't think that there should be a platoon for a DH. I don't see why you would, if you have all this confidence in Mark Vientos, give him the full-time DH, please. I feel like they're going to keep Brett and Vientos as a pitch hitter. Okay, I feel that you keep Brett and Vientos as a pitch hitter. Okay, so you want them on the bench? You want Vientos and Beatty on the bench? There's not a lot of bench roles, man. I don't know. I don't know what they do here, man. I don't know what they do with that situation there. But yeah, man, when it comes to a situation like that, what are these guys gonna do? Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we gonna do here? Like, are we gonna stick with Mark Vientos, or are we gonna sign a guy like JD Martinez? Going back to Beatty, I think Beatty, this guy's important. This guy, Beatty, this is a make or break season for Beatty, guys. This is a make or break season for Beatty. So, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about the Beatty situation there? What are you gonna do about Beatty? Why not? Why not get? Why not get? Why not? Okay, why not let them get experience? Why not give them that? I understand what you're saying. So you want Mark Vientos? You want them to get experience. You know what I'm saying? I get I understand what you're saying. I just don't know, because if you have JD Martinez as an option, I would go for JD Martinez. He's more proven. He's a guy that can hit you over 30 home runs, 25 home runs, probably guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed in baseball, but I think JD Martinez is a guy that can definitely hit some home runs in Citi Field. Come on. He has power. He's a really good hitter. He has that bat speed. He's 36 years old, and I get he's old. I understand. But this guy is still a guy you should go for, because he can help the team. He can help the lineup drastically. Put them on the bench. Their trade value will sink. You either play them or trade them. I agree with you. Like, if you put them on the bench, what does that do? If you put them in the minors, what does that do? It sinks their trade value. That is something I agree with you. If you trade these kids, they will kill you in the future. Obviously, we know when it comes to the Mets trading guys, whoever they trade, like a perfect example of Travis d'Arnaud, perfect example of Daniel Murphy, perfect example of Justin Turner, guys like that, they destroy the Mets. Destroy the Mets when they face them. So I get what you're saying. If you trade them, they're going to kill the Mets. But I'm excited about 2025, and I'm excited about all the prospects that are going to come back. So, yeah, guys, I think when it comes to the Mets, you should, give this year to the young guys. Okay, if you don't sign JD Martinez, okay, give this year to the young guys. Obviously, we know Beatty is going to start the season as the third baseman. He's going to be the third baseman. Okay, there's no competition for the third base spot. There is no competition. It's going to be Mark Vientos probably as a DH, and maybe a platoon role with Ji-Man Choi or DJ Stewart. We can't forget DJ Stewart, guys. What do the Mets do with Hayden Senger? Hayden Senger is not that important, guys. I don't really care about Hayden Senger, to be honest with you. I'm not the biggest fan of Hayden Senger. I don't think Hayden Senger is going to be even a major league Met, like, or he's going to be big for the Mets at all. He's going to be an impactful player for the Mets. I don't see that. But they can get batting practice, which will help them. Yeah. I think you got to go. You got to, if you don't sign a guy like JD Martinez, you got to give Mark Vientos the full-time DH. You got to do it. Hands down, I don't care if he's facing a lefty. I don't care if he's facing a righty. You got to do it. And apparently he struggles against lefties, Mark Vientos. So I don't know. These kids are young, man. We got Alvarez coming back for a full year. We don't know what how he's going to be offensively, or have Kevin Long work with the kids. Yeah, I think he could. I definitely think he could. But I don't know what helps Beatty. I don't know what helps Vientos. In my opinion, Vientos has a very, very long swing, and that is his problem. He strikes out a lot. Vientos strikes out so much. So that is my problem with a guy like Mark Vientos. He strikes out a lot. He has a long swing. So, yeah. Let me see here. He's a good teacher, Kevin Long. Look what he did with Daniel Murphy. Yeah, he is. He definitely helped Daniel Murphy a lot. What do the Mets do with Thomas Nido? Get Thomas Nido the hell out of here. Get DFA Thomas Nido, please. DFA Thomas Nido. I don't want Thomas Nido even near a Mets uniform, near a Mets organization. Get Thomas Nido outside the organization. Get him out of here. DFA him. Whatever you got to do. I don't care if he makes money. I don't care if you got to eat the money. I don't care. I don't want JD. I don't want Tomas Nido as a Met ever again. I'm sorry. He sucks. He sucks offensively. He sucks defensively. He just sucks. The kids need to be just themselves. Yeah, the kids need to be themselves, but they got to perform. The majority of Met players are on a 1-year prove-it deals. Alonso on a walk year. Yeah, Alonso, I'm excited about having an amazing year because of his walk year. Obviously, if you're Alonso, you're a player in your last year until free agency, you're motivated. You want to do great. So when it comes to that situation, you want to have a great season. And what is that going to be? I definitely think Alonso, this is a big year for him. And I think he could possibly hit 50 home runs this season. I definitely think he can. You got McNeil. McNeil, statistically, he has a bad season and then he has a good season. And then you got, Marte. You don't know what Marte is going to be. You hope Marte, we got Marte until 2026. What is he going to be? Is he going to be 2022 starting Marte, or is he going to be 2023 starting Marte? Should have, but I like what you're saying. They should have a chip on their shoulders, guys. We got yes, but the kids are not being told to just relax and stop pressing. Why not? Why are you not telling these kids to relax? I think Mendoza is telling them to relax. I think Carlos Mendoza is letting these kids be these kids. I think they're pressing on their own. I think Beatty is pressing on his own. Going into 2025 for the Mets, sign Yamamoto. Yamamoto. Okay, Lane, we can't sign Yamamoto. We can't sign Yamamoto. He's with the Dodgers. Shota Imanaga's with the Cubs, and you got Ohtani with the Dodgers. And the only one we could possibly sign in 2025 is Soto. Okay. That's what they did on the farm. Yeah, what I love about Beatty is he hit the ball opposite field. He hit the ball where it's pitched. He didn't put a lot of pressure on himself and he still hit home runs. It's not like the kid doesn't have power. He just hasn't found it in the major league level. And I don't need him to pull the ball every single time and hit a home run. I need Baty to be Baty. And when Baty is Baty, obviously in the minors is different. It's a different story. Obviously, major league pitching, minor league pitching, that's different. But when it comes to a guy like Baty, I want him to be himself. I want him to not press, and I want him to be successful. That is what I really want out of Brett Baty. And I think he can do it. I really think he could do it. But this is the most important year of his career as a Met. This is probably his last career, his last year as a Met, in my opinion. Because if he doesn't perform, they're going to trade him. They're going to get rid of him quick in an instant. They're going to trade him, and then they're probably going to give Ronnie Mauricio the shot at third. Yeah, no, I know, Frank. You're right. Quality pitching in MLB, quality pitching. I get what you're saying. Quality pitching. The minors and the quality of the pitching is very, very different. And that's why a lot of players like, guys like Jared Kelenic struggle, when they first come up. A guy like Pete Crow Armstrong, former Mets, obviously, but those are the perfect examples. Pete Crow Armstrong struggled when he first came up last year. Okay. We'll see what he does this year with the Cubs, but definitely, those guys struggled. Okay. But the quality of the pitching is definitely different. But yeah, man, overall, guys, how are we feeling about the Mets right now? How are we feeling? Why are the Mets player names are little that the numbers are bigger on the uniforms? Yeah, so you're not a fan of the jerseys. You're not a fan of the new jerseys, right? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of the jerseys. They look okay. The jerseys is going to be what the jerseys is going to be. I hope that the City Connect jerseys are good because that's what I'm worried about. Oh, we got Sanders in the building. What's going on, Sanders? I think by this weekend, the Mets will sign either JD Martinez or JD Davis. Oh, my God. I don't want to sign JD Davis, man. I don't want to see JD Davis as a Met ever again. Please, 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 please do not sign JD Davis. Okay, if you were to sign any of the JDs, please sign JD Martinez. Okay, that is my opinion on that. But I definitely think a guy like JD Davis, like, what are we? Come on, like, I really think when it comes to talent, do not go for JD Davis. Go for JD Martinez. Okay. Now, everybody, I know a lot of people feeling different. They want the young kids to play. They want Mark Vientos to get the full-time DH. I don't know if he's going to get it. Even if they don't sign JD Martinez, is Mark Vientos going to get that full-time DH spot? I don't know. I really don't know. So, Frank, you're not a fan of Davis. You don't want Davis. I don't want Davis either. Why would we sign JD Davis back? No. Let's take a look at his stats, JD Davis. Guys, look, JD Davis hit 248, okay? 18 home runs, 69 RBIs. In my opinion, I don't think that they should really, try to sign this guy unless you sign JD Martinez. Okay, Lane, you're going crazy. You're going completely crazy talking about a 3-year deal for JD Davis. Get the hell out of here with that. I'm sorry. That won't ever happen. Ever happen. That's hilarious. Can the Mets try? Lane, Matt Allen is injured. Hopefully this season he'll pitch, but he ain't anywhere close to the majors. Anywhere. Darren is saying, I feel good about the Mets' depth, upside in the rotation. Yeah, let's get into the rotation a little bit, guys. Tyler McGill, going back to Tyler McGill, guys, will he be like this in the regular season? Tyler McGill, will he be successful like this, the way he is right now, with a 1.50 ERA, 12 innings pitched, two runs allowed, two walks. The walks are very, very impressive when it comes to Tyler McGill. Very, very impressive because he's developed this cutter. He's showing more confidence and control of his pitching, and that is a big, big thing. And then you got guys like Severino, who Severino has looked really, really good in top pitching form, in my opinion. Top pitching form. But what is this going to do for the Mets? Because is this going to help the Mets? Obviously, if we have Severino and Tyler McGill have a successful, start to the season, that will definitely help with Senga being out. Definitely. And I don't think, guys, we're signing Montgomery. That's not happening. I really don't see Montgomery happen for the Mets. But yeah, no, Darren is saying I feel good about the Mets bullpen. I feel good about and also the depth. I like it. And I like the upside in the rotation. I feel you and I agree with you. Miguel needs to be Miguel needs to be trade each year. He has to start out good. Miguel. Oh, Miguel. Tyler Miguel, yeah. Needs to be traded. Yeah. I think you I get what you're saying to take advantage of his trade value. I get that. I definitely get what you're saying. I like Tyler McGill on the Mets. I think Tyler McGill, he hasn't found going back to Tyler McGill, he hasn't found a consistent, basis with the Mets. He hasn't been consistent, and that is the problem with Tyler McGill. So this spring training, listen, it's spring training. Like it's spring training. I can't put all my eggs in one basket for Tyler McGill because it's spring training. Spring training and Major League Baseball is a whole different story, baby. Okay? So it's spring training. Everybody's just, being calm, just getting their at-bats. So it doesn't mean a lot, but I think it means a lot for the rotation. Frank is saying to bring up Christian Scott or Dominic Hamill. Dominic Hamill is going to get to start tomorrow, and he's going to do his thing in the spring breakout. Good for him. Dominic Hamill, he's Puerto Rican. I'm Dominican and Puerto Rican. So I think Dominic Hamill, I want to see him more. I want to see him have a good game. I'm definitely going to be watching tomorrow's game, spring breakout. We'll see what he does, though, because I like his stuff, but I don't know. His ceiling at most is going to be a 4 to 5 starter. But I'm going to say this about Major League Baseball. It's unpredictable. We didn't know what Jacob deGrom was going to be. We didn't know what a lot of pitchers were going to be. So you don't know their ceiling just yet. How do you feel about Scott for the Mets? Yeah, I like Christian Scott. I think Christian Scott, a lot of people like Christian Scott. I like personally Mike Vasil. That's who I like. But Christian Scott is in Double-A. He's going to start the season in Double-A. And yeah, he's going to start the season in Double-A. But I definitely like Mike Vasil. I like Christian Scott. I also like Blake Tidwell as well. So I think the Mets have some certain guys that could possibly make the rotation. Not this year, but be in the rotation as of next year. We could possibly see Christian Scott in the 2025 rotation. And I hope that we could see Mike Vasil, though, this year. Look out for Mike Vasil this year, though. Look out for him. Frank is saying I can go for that. Yeah, definitely, guys. We got 1 more minute on the stream, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. It's been 1 hour, and I'm gonna do 1 hour and 30 minutes. So we got closing in on a minute and a half. But how you feeling about the Mets, guys? How we feeling, man? How we feeling about the Mets right now, guys? Me personally, I'm excited about what's to come. I'm excited about the rotation. I'm excited about the upside of the rotation. I'm excited about the bullpen. I'm excited about a lot when it comes to the Mets. Lane is saying, how do I feel about the Yankees? The Yankees losing Garrett Cole, that's going to definitely mess with them. We don't know how long he's going to be out, but definitely when it comes to Garrett Cole, that was some crazy news to hear from Garrett Cole. I think he met with a surgeon today. So I don't know if There was imaging. There was imaging testing. You know, it was like 2 days ago or yesterday, and there was nothing found. As there was no tear or anything on Garrett Cole's arm, so that was good news for the Yankees. But I think when it comes to the Yankees, you got Juan Soto, right? You possibly could get a guy like you missed out on Dylan Cease. You didn't get him. What are you going to do? Are you going to go for Blake Snell? Are you going to go for a Montgomery? I don't think Montgomery's going back to the Yankees at all. And I don't think Blake Snell wants to go to the Yankees. So I like David Stearns. I like what he's doing with the Mets, going back to the Mets, guys. And I feel good. I feel good about the bullpen guys. I feel good about the rotation so far. I really like the way Sevy's looked. Severino has looked really, really good. And then we got guys like Tyler McGill who's looked really good, developing a cutter and stuff. Are you going to go to the opening day game at Citi Field on March 28th? I'm not going to the opening day game, but I definitely will be going to some Mets games this year and doing some vlogs, so look out for that. I think Darren is saying, I think Alvarez is primed for a big year. I think he is. I definitely think he is. So yeah, guys, that is going to be the stream. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming to the stream. Saying you guys came right away. You guys talked some baseball. You guys interacted with me. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys. I love streaming for you guys. Definitely. Hopefully you enjoyed the new graphics. You enjoyed, the new graphics. Hopefully they looked better than just me, just this background here and nothing here. So I like that, we're getting better. I like that the Mets are doing their thing. LFGM for life. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Stay blessed. I'm gone.